Hey guys, welcome back to Shelf Life Extension. I'm Alexis, and today I'm going to be doing my July wrap up because it's totes August. It's, a couple days into August, and I read a few things, and there's a cat rubbing up against the tripod because, it's cute. Get out of here. Otherwise, I'm just going to talk about what I read throughout the month of July and kind of let you know what I thought about them and all that stuff, and, we're going to have a good time. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started with it. So hopefully I can kind of remember the ratings that I give everything, but I probably won't. We'll see. First things first, I read Underground by Kat Richardson, and if you've been on my channel for a while, then you know that I have read the first two books out of this series. First book being Grey Walker, second being Poltergeist, and this is the third in the Grey Walker series. That takes place in Seattle, right? Oh, so cool. The first two I had kind of mixed feelings about. I wasn't too sure how I felt about it. I liked them, obviously, to get the third one, but they kind of left me confused, and I pretty much said I probably wasn't gonna get to the rest of the series for a while, but then I was thinking about it and I was like, what do I feel like reading? And I was like blowing through Anita Blake, and then I was like, you know what? I really kind of want to continue with Anita Blake, but not actually continue with Anita Blake because, I'm a woman and I'm indecisive like that. So I thought I would continue with the Grey Walker series. So I got the third book, and I am so happy that I did because I absolutely enjoyed this way more than I did the first two books in the series. So it follows this woman, her name is Harper Blaine. She is a private investigator based in Seattle who happened to be in an accident which left her dead for a few minutes, but she came back to life, right? They brought her back to life, but because of that death, she is pretty much kind of like half dead, which means that she has contact with what is known as the Grey, which is the spirit paranormal overlay that coincides with our own world, and she can touch and manipulate and interact with it, in which case it kind of pulls her into this whole paranormal community that she never knew existed, and all these ghosts and vampires and necromancers and who knows, zombies. Zombies appear in this book, guys. It was pretty crazy. But in this book, it follows Harper and how she is called in to investigate by her friend a whole bunch of homeless people disappearing because her friend is in fact a homeless person, and he's like, hey, there's body parts and stuff appearing all up in the underground, and she's like, what the heck? So she gets, because he knows about her special skills, and so she's like, well, I'm gonna go look into this, and craziness happens, and it's super cool. I really enjoyed it. There's a whole bunch of Native American spirituality in this book, and it was super fun. I'm super excited with how this worked out. I'm excited for the rest of the series, and I'm happy I continued with it, and I'm pretty sure I gave this a 4 out of 5. So yeah. Next, I read The Other Side of Midnight by Simone St. Clair, because you guys know I love Simone St. Clair. She is awesome. I have yet to buy her other book because I am definitely gonna not buy it if I can help it, because I don't want to read all her stuff and then have nothing, you know what I'm saying? So it's about this girl named Ellie Winter, and she is a psychic, but her friend slash rival slash very popular, everybody wants her psychic friend, Gloria Sutter, was murdered at one of her most recent seance holding things, right? And what happens is Ellie Winter is pulled into trying to figure out like what the seance was held for, who hired her, all this stuff. Was it murder? Was it planned? Was it actually just a ghost? Was it, just an accident? Ooh, obviously it's not an accident. And craziness ensues, and it was super fun, and I really enjoyed this one. Definitely, I'm pretty sure I gave it a 4 out of 5. Again, I love Simone St. James. If you guys are interested in anything like this, then definitely check it out. It was just a lot of fun. And then next, I read Big Girl Panties by Stephanie Ivanovich, because this was obviously on bargain at Barnes & Noble, and the title Big Girl Panties just kind of made me laugh. I've never read anything by Stephanie Ivanovich, and I was like, well, why the hell not? It's $7, so I might as well. And I am absolutely happy that I did that, because this has kind of segued me into the legit kind of romance genre, which I've never actually been a part of or really experienced, and I am so happy I did that because now I kind of understand what the deal is. I so much enjoyed this book. It follows two people, a man named Logan and a woman named Holly. They meet on a flight where they end up sitting next to each other. Logan is this very high-in-demand personal trainer, where Holly is an overweight widow. They come together, he offers to help her, work off the weight, change her life, turn it around, and she's like, I'm gonna prove you wrong that, just because I'm fat, that's not hindering me from my life. And then they fall in love, and things happen, and it gets crazy because he's like super popular with like baseball and football stars, and she's just like, I'm just a girl, lady lady here just hanging out, and it's super fun. I absolutely enjoyed it. The banter is amazing. It was just such a good time. I think I gave it a 4 out of 5, and if not, I'm pretty sure I gave it a 5 out of 5. I definitely enjoyed this. And then next, guys, I reconnected with Susanna Kearsley. I read A Desperate Fortune, and I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. Of course I gave it a 5 out of 5. How could I not? It's Susanna Kearsley. It's about this woman named Sarah Thomas who is sent to Paris to decipher a journal of a young girl who lived during the Jacobite uprising, rebellion thing, right? Because Susanna Kearsley's novels all kind of focus and center around that time in history and all those kind of storylines. And my lighting is going crazy because it's like turning dark outside. Sorry guys, but I love this book. It was super fun. Of course, you know, Susanna Kearsley's books has the past and the present mingling together, both storylines connecting and things happening, and love and romance and drama and history. It's just a good time. I definitely enjoyed this. Again, if you want to check out Susanna Kearsley, you should. And then next, I read So Cute It Hurts Volume 2 because it came out. I didn't realize it came out, but it did, and I got it, and I read it, and it was cute, and I'm just so excited for next month when that 3rd volume comes out because things are going down. I mentioned this before in my last video and my last, like, what I read and all that stuff. It is so cute. It's about these 2 twin siblings who switch places. The boy dresses up as the girl dresses up as the boy, and they go to each other's school, meant for only a week, so that she can pass his exams for him. But in doing so, they both find love at each other's school, and you know, obviously they're both dressed up as the opposite sex, so they're just like, what's happening? We can't like say anything, we can't do anything about it, but they want to. And then things happen in this volume, and it was just so much fun, and I am so excited for the next one. You should definitely check out this series if you can, because there's only 2 volumes, so it's not like you're investing in anything just yet, so that. And then I did Skip It! Volumes 31 to 33. This is the most recent 3-in-1 volume and the last 3-in-1 volume that has been published like ever for a while. And it just, of course, follows the story of Kyoko Mogami and Ren Saruga and their love, but they're not saying that they love each other, just all this sexual tension and drama and awesomeness, and it's cute, and I love it. And of course, if you guys haven't read Skip Beat, you should. It's fun, and I can't wait. I can't wait for the rest. Otherwise, the only other volume that has been published is volume 34, which I have yet to get. Volume 35 does get published, I believe, in September. So that one's coming out relatively soon too, but volume 36 ain't even announced yet. So beware for those who do venture into this series and fall in love with it the way I have. And then last thing is because I read Big Girl Panties and I'm all up in the whole romance thing now, I read Recklessly Royal by Nicole Chase. This is all I can show you because as you can see, it does not have a cover. So what happens is mass market books like these, particularly romance, if we are not modeled for it at the store, which means if we are not guaranteed replenishment or that we want that in our store like forever, if it's been a certain amount of months and it's not selling, then we get rid of it, and usually you send those back to the vendors. You send it back to the publishers. But a lot of mass market books like these are called strips, which means you don't send them back to the vendors. Instead, you put them on a cart, you strip off the cover, send the covers back to the publishers, and then the books kind of go to the incinerators to be destroyed or whatever, right? Because you can't sell these anymore. But for us lovely employees of the company, we are allowed to take 5 books at a time per like strip thing cart for free. And of course, a lot of that is trashy romance. And I was like, well, because I read Big Girl Panties, I'm like, I should just go ahead and do this because it's free. So I picked out this one and I loved it. So it's called Recklessly Royal. It's about this girl named Princess Catherine of this fictional country called Lilaria, and how her older brother is getting married to this wonderful woman and her best friend, Sam. Sam is from America, and Sam's friend, David, is coming over to Lularia for the wedding and to help kind of keep the business intact and build relations and stuff while they're on their honeymoon. In which case, David and Catherine kind of get together, start to fall in love, and things start to happen, and it's super cute and trashy and awesome, and I love it. The banter was a lot of fun. The characters are fun. I loved all of it. This is like the second in the Royal series that she has, but it was good. It's one of those things where it's like you feel so giddy and happy afterwards because you're just like, I just love love. It makes me love love, and I just want to fall in love the way that they fall in love, and it's just great. So I'm pretty sure I gave this a 5 out of 5. If not, then I gave it a 4 out of 5. You can definitely check my Goodreads and see what I do there because I don't remember anymore. So otherwise, legit 5 novels and 2 manga things for the month of July, and that was about it. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you are interested in any of the things that I read or mentioned, then please just let me know in the comments below and I'll be happy to talk about them with you. Otherwise, I'll just check you out next time. Okay? Sounds good. Bye!